This statue is here to help raise awareness about the Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial that's going to be built just down the street. We need to raise $3 million so that our veterans and home front workers who are leaving us all too quickly can be available and here when we dedicate the memorial. We need to make sure people are aware of the memorial. We think a 25-foot statue is going to be a little bit hard to miss, and then people will wonder what's going on in Memorial Park, and then we can tell them about the memorial, and then we can help get the word out so we can raise more money.
Gentlemen, thank you. I hope you're comfortable. Well, I have received this afternoon a message from the Japanese government. I deem this reply a full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan. The words of President Harry S. Truman, August 14, 1945, VJ Day, the end of the war. Let's hear it.
Just say Marty Nolenberg, please come to the podium.
And now at this time, I want to recognize some folks. We have many, many honored guests here today, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a World War II veteran, can you please wave your hand or stand or whatever you're comfortable with? Let's hear it for them, our World War II vets. God bless them. God bless them. Do we have any of the real home front workers from the Arsenal of Democracy and the Rosie the Riveters? Do we have any of you with us today? Wave your hand or stand, please. Let's hear it for Rosie the Riveters and the Arsenal of Democracy. We could not have won the war without the state of Michigan and their efforts here at home. And now I would like to recognize any veteran from any campaign in our great history to please stand or wave, and we thank you for your service. Let's hear it for all our veterans. Thank you to the men and women. The Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial is being built in honor of our state's contribution during World War II. And now it is my great pleasure, and to give you a little relief, I'm going to stop talking for a second and turn it over to one of our hardest working people on the board of the Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial, our great Vice President, my honor, Russell Levine.
Thanks, Al, and good afternoon, everybody. The first person I would like to introduce is State Senator Marty Nolenberg from the 13th State Senate District, and he has a message for us.
Thank you. It's an honor for me to be here today. On behalf of the Michigan House and the Michigan Senate, I have with me a tribute on behalf of both myself and State Representative Jim Townsend. Today we pay a special tribute to honor those who have sacrificed so much to assure that our nation remains strong and free. The Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial celebrates Michigan's unique and important history during World War II. More than 600,000 Michigan residents served in the armed forces. In addition, we must also remember the countless others that served on the home front, including many women who served as Rosie the Riveters and helped create the Arsenal of Democracy. The future of Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial here in Royal Oak will create a year-round multi-purpose destination in Memorial Park that will tell Michigan's unique story. It will also encourage visitors to both commemorate and celebrate their freedom. Finally, it will serve as an inspiration for future generations, reminding us all of the remarkable patriotism, selfless sacrifices, and extraordinary devotion to liberty that helped save the United States of America. Today, we'll celebrate an important, iconic moment in American history, and most important, we remember the men and women who defend our nation during troubled times. We can take all inspiration from their effort and vow to do the same. Thank you, and God bless our great country.
So I'm going to quickly recognize a couple of other VIPs that we have here. They're in the third baseline dugout in the shade over there. So we have Christine Gregg from the 37th House District. She helped us out a lot at last year's VJ event. We have Judy Hartwell, who's the Assistant Director for Sandra Levin in the 9th Congressional District. And she's here to represent all of our congressional supporters, which also include Dave Trott, Mike Bishop, and Senators Debbie Stabenow and Gary Peters. The entire list is available on our website. We also have the Mayor of Royal Oak here, Jim Ellison. I think he's up here on the balcony. He can wave. And then we have a lot of great stories since we brought the statue here. One of the people that we're absolutely thrilled to have here is Mary Olowski. Mary, if you're in the dugout, maybe people can look and see her. Mary was a witness to history. Mary was in Times Square on VJ Day in 1945. She saw this statue that was there. As a young lady, she stayed up not only all night but until noon the next day and cried when she had to go home. She couldn't believe the jubilation and the hugging and kissing that was going on. That nurse over there could have been her. There's a great video on our Facebook page where she's interviewed, and I encourage everybody to check it out. we're going to talk very briefly about how the statue came to be here and thank those responsible. You can't bring a 25-foot statue here by yourself. The Seward Johnson Atelier, which is their foundation, and Paula Stoke, who's their director and curator, they have a goal of promoting Seward Johnson's work. He's the artist who created this work called Embracing Peace. There's an organization called the Spirit of 45, which they consult with in terms of placement for this statue. Warren Haig, their national supervisor, recommended that the statue be placed here to recognize Michigan's contributions to during the Second World War and to promote the Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial. We also want to thank the City of Royal Oak, because you can't just get offered to bring a statue and then show up with it on a truck one day. They've been so supportive. Mayor Jim Ellison, who I mentioned before, Don Johnson, the city manager, Greg Rassel, who's in the dugout, again, with the other VIPs, and the entire city council helped us. I'm now going to ask Al to talk about our next contributor.
Thank you, Russell. Well, as Russell said, this really implied this has been a 1,000% team effort. So many people involved to get this wonderful, iconic statue here at Royal Oak at the corner of Woodward and 13 Mile. But it doesn't happen unless you have some financial support. And the reason that statue is standing here today at the corner is because of a incredible dynamic duo of Jack and Annette Aronson of Clean Planet Foods. You probably remember Jack from Garden Fresh. He now has his new company, Clean Planet. It was their funds that made it responsible for that statue to be here today. So please, Jack and Annette, wave to the crowd. They are incredible people who continuously give back to the community under the radar. They do so many things, never looking for the adulation. They're here with their daughter-in-law and their 3 of their 600 grandchildren that they have, I think. But they are a dynamic couple that just keeps giving and giving and giving. And Jack and Annette, we can't thank you enough.
Next, we had to get the statue installed once we got it paid for and brought here. And so we had, again, a great deal of help from the Seward Johnson Atelier and their installation team. We had to get Woodward closed down, so Sean Civitone from Senator Nolenberg's office stepped up big time and got that organized with MDOT. Tom Pizzola from MDOT helped us out. And of course, we needed the Royal Oak Police Department to actually close the lanes down. Then we got the statue here, we had to get the word out, and we had a lot of help here. And these folks are again in the dugout. Judy Davids, the community engagement specialist from the City of Royal Oak, has been phenomenal in getting us PR for this event, for the art fair. She even helped us get us a crane to get the statue installed. Mark Newman from L. Brooks Patterson's office, the Director of Public Services, also worked with us, got us the bleachers, and helped us with publicity, along with his co-worker, Christy Zamora. Todd Gazzetti, the Recreation Director from the City of Royal Oak, has been instrumental with us, as well as Nick Kizalewski.
I guess the war isn't over. No.
Incoming. Nick and Vivid Landscaping have provided the lighting so we can see the statue at night. Al, you want to talk to us about our drone pilot?
I call him Drone Man. Steve Carr, who works for a local advertising agency, a donor company, on his own one day came out and took some drone photos from high above, bird's eye view, and sent it to us, and we saw it, and it was just spectacular. And so he has volunteered his services today to come out and capture all of this great festivities with his drone. So we are so grateful. Let's hear it for Steve Carr, the drone pilot, helping us with our documenting of this event today. I would also like to give a tremendous shout out to my colleagues in the media. from print, radio, and television. Too many to mention. A lot of you may be here today because you heard it promoted on a radio station, a TV station, or saw it on the web or in a newspaper. And I cannot thank our Detroit media colleagues for helping us out. They have been with us every step of the way, and we appreciate it immensely. So thank you to the media for that. Good news on the media for a change. How about that? I'll introduce the board. Now it's my real honor to welcome our board members here from the Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial. They're, I think, a lot of them standing in the dugout on the first base side, and I'd like to introduce them and the hardest working group that I know. It starts at the top, and she is one of the most motivating, inspiring, and tireless workers I know. Our board president, Debbie Hollis. Let's hear it for Debbie. Where are you, Debbie? Thank you. Of course, my colleague here in the broadcast booth today, we're making the dynamic duo of broadcasting, Russell Levine, our vice president. Our treasurer, Bev Kimbrough. Our marketing director, Nate Strong. Rick Sage, a veteran himself. Thank you, Rick, for always being there. Michael Cameron, who has been manning the tent back there, selling you our different accessories. Kim Jones. John Mayton, who's also been in the tent, helping Michael sell our goods today. Donaline Langtree, and perhaps the most giving and supportive person of all, me. Nah, I'm kidding. I am just so blessed and honored to be with these incredibly great patriotic people and to be on the board to make this a happening and to make this memorial a reality. A few other people that we have to thank. The person that designed the entire memorial, and you can see it on our website. He's with us today from Gordon B. Hall. It's excuse me, not from Gordon B. Hall, from Moseve Gordon, our architect, Michael Gordon. Let's hear it for Michael. We've got a few Michaels working on this project. Now from Gordon B. Hall, he's our builder, Michael Hall. Thank you, Michael. You are going to see spectacular sculptures, many sculptures in the Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial. That could not be done without the incredible creative talents of a true patriot, our project sculptor, Larry Halpern. Larry? What about this? Man. The rendering of the site that you will see at our website, or you can see on our sign over by the site, is done by a gentleman I've known for a long time. He's an incredible, incredible artist. He did the rendering, the one and only Paul Butella. Thank you, Paul. We have what we call our V Squad. These are our volunteers, and we couldn't do an event like this without them. It is my pleasure to thank publicly Marty Levin, Bernie Quinlan, who was helping out in the tent, and also Judy Mayton in the tent. We can't do it without all of these people. And if I've forgotten anybody, I apologize. You can blame Russell. But if you want to see a lot of what we're doing and a lot of what I've just talked about, please visit Michigan WWII Memorial.org. You will see it all, and you will be absolutely amazed at what this incredible tribute for the state of Michigan's contribution during World War II will look like. So the statue, it's here for 6 months, but that is not the memorial. We were blessed with the opportunity, and of course the help of Jack and Annette Aronson, to bring that statue here for the remaining part of the year. In total, it'll be here for 6 months, to the end of 2016. But it is not the memorial. But it is here because it draws attention to what will be the state of Michigan's officially recognized tribute to its contributions during World War II. The Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial is going to be breathtaking. There will be scenes depicting land, air, and sea. There will be scenes in sculpture form, life-size sculpture form, depicting the war front, the home front. You'll see Rosie the Riveter building a plane. Standing next to her within that same scene is one of the airmen who flew that plane. There's nothing like it. It's going to be a destination location for sure for the entire state of Michigan. We'll have our Walk of Honor. We've already sold several hundred bricks, and you can buy those today at 25% off, by the way. That Walk of Honor will be a beautiful site that will meander through our Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial. There'll be an interactive map of Michigan that shows the contributions throughout the state of Michigan. Everything that was collected material-wise and the labor that went on throughout the state will be represented in this great, great tribute. To make it absolutely official and to have it in writing, we are honored that Michigan House Resolution 2013-21 and Michigan Senate Resolution 2013-13 is officially, those are proclamations that were given to us to make this an official site recognizing the contributions of the state of Michigan during World War II. We need to draw attention to this site more than ever. It's a $3 million project. A 25-foot statue is hard to miss, and we're hoping that it will bring even more attention to our cause. You can like us on Facebook. You can ask a volunteer to buy t-shirts. The bottom line is every penny counts. And now to talk more about how we're going to get this built, I turn it back to Russell Levine.
Thank you so much, Al. So this is where we look for help. Remember all of those veterans and Rosies and home front workers that stood up that we applauded. We want as many of them as possible to also be here so we can stand up and applaud them when we dedicate the memorial. Each one of us here owes all the freedoms that we enjoy, that we often take for granted, to those veterans and home front workers. And no one is going to build the memorial but us. We have to have a sense of urgency. We have a sunset clause. We have to get this thing built. You heard Al. We need $3 million to get this built. We're not going to get any public funding. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your employees, tell any foundations that you know, tell your enemies. Just tell everybody you know. And you can donate here. You can donate at the tent with cash, check, or charge. You can give. We have donation buckets where you can also drop money in. And again, let everybody that you know. You can go on our website that Al mentioned, Michigan WWII Memorial.org. Thank you very much.
So today is the 71st anniversary of the end of World War II. You can check out a video addressing that and talking about that incredible event on our Facebook page with newsreel footage from the massive jubilation. It's the 71st anniversary of that kiss in Times Square from the iconic photograph that was taken. This today is part of a worldwide Spirit of 45 Day celebration by concurrent resolution in the U.S. House and Senate. Today, celebrations are going on at this time in Normandy, Sarasota, Florida, and San Diego, which all have exact replicas of this 25-foot statue. Spirit of 45 Day, to recognize this incredible, incredible anniversary.
And so to document that you were here for this anniversary, everybody should have gotten one of these certificates of participation. If you don't have one, you can pick one up at the tent or get one from any volunteer. They have a certificate on one side. On the other side is information about upcoming events and how you can make donations and how you can find out more about the Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial. They also have a special secret coupon code on the back. So if you're not able to buy your brick today, you can still get the 25% discount that we'll have when you buy them at another point in time. So we've just got a couple more announcements about coming attractions, one final special message, and then we'll get the big kiss. So I want to announce a very important coming attraction, and that's something we're calling the Victory Gala. That's a gala that's going to take place on Thursday, October 13th in the Royal Oak Farmers Market. Our special guest will be John Tigan, who is present and one of the heroes at the Benghazi attack. He's the co-author of the book and movie 13 Hours. We're absolutely thrilled to have him tell the story of what happened from his perspective. The Master of Ceremonies is going to be Guy Gordon from WDIV. We'll have music from the same band you heard earlier. We're going to have a live auction featuring Dumochel's art gallery, a silent auction, a strolling dinner. We're going to have an award ceremony where we're gonna recognize original Tuskegee Airman Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Jefferson and Army Navy veteran Fireman First Class Art Fishman, who is out there directing the crowd today, who's standing out there near home plate right now. All the information on tickets is at thevictorygala.org. If you want more information, look on the back of your certificate and it'll tell you how to do that.
And finally, very quickly, as far as other events are concerned, you've heard a little thing called the Dream Cruise. Well, we can't miss that opportunity to be in front of 1 million people. So the week of August 15th through the 20th, you can come out and buy even more of what we call our swag, our bricks at a discount, and all of the other items that you see. Pause in the Park on September 17th through the 18th. Again, you can celebrate with us and make those purchases. Many more exciting events to come that you can look up on our Facebook page and on our website. Russell, I know you have a very important person to introduce.
Yeah, I want to bring up Jim Ellison right now, who's got a very special message he wants to read for us.
Thank you, Russell. It's an honor to be here. I have a letter in front of me. It's dated October 5th, 2016, and it reads as follows. I send greetings to all those attending Kissing the War Goodbye at the site of the future Michigan WWII Legacy Memorial. The men and women who served in World War II are amongst a generation of heroes who, amidst the harshest of circumstances, helped free a continent from the grasp of tyranny. They changed the course of an entire century, and we owe them a debt we will never be able to fully repay, though it is one we will never stop striving to fulfill. Upon returning home, these patriots went back to school, started businesses, married their sweethearts, and raised families, building the strongest middle class the world has ever known. By gathering to reflect on how our nation has changed in the 7 decades since, you are paying tribute to the ways in which this generation of heroes who defied extraordinary danger carried forward the lessons they learned in war to secure a freer, more prosperous country and world. As you come together in Royal Oak, you have my best wishes. It is signed, Barack Obama, President of the United States of America.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That's quite something. One thing the mayor failed to mention, and he told me, is that he didn't have time, is that Royal Oak, no more taxes. From this day forward, you will not pay any more taxes ever again. Please remove the mayor. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, for that incredible acknowledgement. So here's the deal. We are so close to this reenactment. You might want to get your lipstick on. You might want to get your lip balm ready. Take a drink of water. Let me explain our battle plan. On my order, but only on my order, and this was not the official order yet, I'm going to tell you to go to your kissing stations. I'm going to tell you to go to your kissing stations. So here's how it's going to work for our photograph. Veterans and Rosies, the home front workers, you are going to what we call the front lines, and that will be the group closest to the statue, and we'll encircle you around the statue. The next layer of folks, we want our reenactors and anyone in costume in reserve right behind them. So if you're in a costume, if you're in a uniform, we want you right behind our veterans and our Rosies and home front workers. Everyone else will sort of be in the rear echelon, including cheering onlookers. We need all of you to embrace and encircle this statue in those layers. And here's how we're going to do the actual kiss. You pucker your, no. You go to your kissing stations, and on my command, and you wait for my command, I will say, commence kissing. And we're going to hold that for picture taking. And you wait for my command to cease. I have not yet determined how long that kiss is going to be, but it's not going to be a peck. So start your breathing exercises, maybe enlist some of those Lamaze breathing techniques perhaps some of you know. We're going to hold that for a good picture, because remember, we got the drone up there. We'll do some shots of the veterans and Rosies and the reenactors and costumers around the statue. And then we'll have, what I'm going to tell you in a moment is what we call K time. That will be the official time when we want you to to be ready for the kiss.
That's 2:50. Make it 2.
So we're going to make that time, we've just determined, the official kiss, first kiss. And we will repeat the kiss too. We want to do it twice. We want to get it right. So the official time, synchronize your watches, ladies and gentlemen, or as they maybe you synchronize your phone, is 2:15. Take a look at your watches and your phones. That's only 9 minutes from now. So it's my honor to say general quarters, ladies and gentlemen. All available personnel, go to your kissing stations.